Hey guys, I want to talk to you about how to properly fit your e-collars on your dogs today. This is really a crucial step and I think it's often overlooked. If we don't have the appropriate length contact points on the dog, and you can see here on this lab, I'm using just the standard 5/8. This is what comes typically on our dog collars. And that's going to work well for a hair coat like your lab or your doodle that you keep clipped. It's going to work fine. Your average medium coat like this is perfect, but using the right contact points is the starting point to getting a good fit. And then we have to make sure that we snug it down. You can see here when I put it on this lab that I've got it relatively high on the neck. It's just a couple inches below her ears. And I snugged it down good. So when I go ahead and try to move the collar, notice it's not going to wiggle a whole lot. This thing is not dangling, because if it's dangling, then those contact points are not touching her skin and it's not going to work at all. So relatively snug. Okay, that's one of the crucial things to remember is if you don't have it snug, then situations where maybe the dog is sniffing the grass, they have their head down or something like that, it's not even going to be touching, so it's not going to do you any good. Um, if you want, you might want to consider changing out the collar strap. You're going to see here, this is just a lupine strap that we've taken the plastic strap off of our collar, and we put a lupine strap around there, and we've adjusted it so that it already fits properly. So all we have to do really in this situation is put it on the dog and snap and go. And that may make it easier for you instead of using that buckle collar, but if you want to do that, let us know. We keep these collar straps in stock, and you can order them from that'smydog.com. Here you're going to see a bit longer coats. So for your Huskies, your Shepherds, these are 3/4 inch. So this is the next size up. Huskies, Shepherds, Golden Retriever, dog that has either longer coat or thicker coat, you're going to need to make sure you can get through that hair coat in order to have that good contact like we talked about. So as I put it around her here, notice how I rake it just a little bit, kind of like it was a comb, and I work it through the hair. I want to make sure that I've got it through that hair coat before I snug it down. So that's something to really remember with these dogs that have a bit more coat. All right, snug it down, rake it through there, and make sure you've got good contact. And again, you can see I just kind of place it under her neck. No special positioning. It can be under the neck, it can be the side of the neck. It's not a big deal. It's going to work either way as long as it's actually touching. And then for somebody like a boxer, maybe you have a little pitty, these guys with super short coats. Notice here there's two different contact points on this collar. Apologize for a little bit of wiggling. We'll see if we can hold it still. But on the left side, I have a 1/2 inch contact point. On the right side is the standard. So it's important to switch those out. For the shorter coat, you don't need a lot of length. They come off real easy. You can just use a pliers. You can unscrew that, and then you can switch down to the 1/2 inch contact point. So changing out contact points is a key thing, and pretty much all of the manufacturers are going to give you options. So I think Tritronics has 2 options, or the Tritronics is now Garmin. Dogtra has 4 options. I think the Radio Systems collar, which is Pet Safe, and Sport Dog, I think those guys have 2 or 3. But talk to them when you order your collar. Get the right size to begin with, okay? And then the other thing I want you to think about is you need to be brushing your dog. I think people should really get into this habit once a day. Brush under the neck, make sure we're removing any of that dead hair, and then also checking the skin every day. If you're using your e-collar the way we recommend, and it's just part of your daily routine, your dog's got it on them whenever they're hanging out, you want to check to make sure there's no irritation, keep the dead hair coat out of there, and that everything looks good. All right, so that should help. Remember the 3 key points: appropriate contact points, a snug fit, and brush that coat and check that skin every day. All right, we'll see you guys next time, and happy training. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about how to properly fit your e-collars on your dogs today. This is really a crucial step and I think it's often overlooked. If we don't have the appropriate length contact points on the dog, and you can see here on this lab, I'm using just the standard 5/8. This is what comes typically on our dog collars. And that's going to work well for a hair coat like your lab or your doodle that you keep clipped. It's going to work fine.